Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back. So today's video is going to be kind of nerve-wracking. It's a little bit hard. This was harder than I thought it was going to be, but I thought it was kind of a fun video concept. So today I'm going to be ranking my 10 newest eyeshadow palettes in my collection, just on my interest, the quality, what I think of it so far. Also, this video idea did come from Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner, so 100% credit goes to her for the idea. Thank you, Annette, for always making great videos. And today I'm going to rank my 10 newest palettes. This was hard, but I'm going to try to get through it, so without any further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, these are my own personal opinions. We disagree on anything. It's cool. It's just makeup. It's not that serious. These are based on like my personal preference and everything, so you may love these things more or less than I do, but now let's get started. Alright, coming at the number 10 spot is a palette I haven't used because I have zero motivation to use this palette. Now, I've never tried eyeshadow from this brand before, and I really wanted to, so when I got this in a BoxyCharm, I believe, I was like, yes, I need to try this. But I haven't, and I have zero motivation to, so I'm going to go ahead and list it at the end. So this is Beauty Bakery's Breakfast in Bed eyeshadow palette. I thought because this was cool tone that I was going to love it, but I have zero motivation to use these colors. I don't know what it is. So here is the inside of the palette. I don't know if it's because there's a lot of purples in here and there's a ton of shimmers in here that make me not want to use it. But like the shimmers don't pop for me. The mattes in here are just kind of blah. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about this I don't really love. I love cool tone eyeshadow palettes. You guys know that. But there's something about this color scheme that does not motivate me to use it at all. So I think I'm going to go ahead and like declutter this. So the number 10 spot, consider decluttered. Okay, next up for number 9 spot, we have a palette that I did do a full review of. I have full reviews of these palettes. I will leave a link down below for you. But this is the Venice Fling palette from Bailey Sarian in collaboration with Estate Cosmetics. Now, Estate Cosmetics has a bunch of good products, and I'm really into Bailey Sarian's content, but I don't know, like I came up with was fine, but there's nothing about this that really sparks my interest. This seems kind of random, like a pop of yellow and a pop of purple and some like normal colors. So for me, this was just kind of I mean, the quality was fine, but it's not something I'm inspired to use. At the number 8 spot, we have the Coast to Coral palette from Colourpop. This is one of their coral eyeshadow palettes, their little mini 9-pan palettes. And so the palette looks like up close. We did do a look using this palette in a full review. I put this higher than the other two because the other two didn't inspire me to use it. This one does kind of pique my interest, and I thought the quality was really nice. You are going to get kind of the similar looks over and over again with this palette, but you know that when you're purchasing it. So for me, the quality was good, but it's not something super, super exciting, so it is lower on the list. Number 7 is another corally tone thing. So this is the new Tatcha Denona palette in collaboration with BoxyCharm. So it's like a BoxyCharm exclusive palette. This is called Peak. Now it has 5 colors in here. It's a really cute eyeshadow palette that I did a look on Instagram using just for a simple casual look. But for me, this is just okay. I just stuck my finger in it. It's just okay. I feel like the shimmer in here, I wish there was one more shimmer in here, and I really could do without like the light peachy shade. I don't know, or maybe I could do without the light matte, which usually I love a light like cream matte shade, but when it's only 5 shadows, I kind of want something a little bit more in here. I want a little pop of something. So the quality of this is nice, but it's nothing absolutely spectacular, but it is really easy for travel, and I do like these tones of color, so you know, it's a little middle of the list thing. Coming in number 6 is not the best quality, but I really like the small compact size, the packaging, and the color scheme. So it is the Lovecraft Beauty eyeshadow palette. This one is called Basic Rituals. Why did I not think of that? I couldn't think of it for a second, but here is the packaging, which is so cute, little moth and the moon up here. And then here's the inside. We got this in a subscription box as well. I believe this one was in the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus last month, if I can recall correctly. It's a really cute color scheme. I love how cool toned it is. I really don't care for the pop of blue or this purpley shade, but I love the cool tone brown with the black and the white and the like creamy kind of gold color. I just think the color concept, everything in here is super pretty. I love the indents and the packaging. I just feel like it's really lovely. Now if you're gonna do a cool tone palette with purples and blues in it, this is the way I would do it rather than the Beauty Bakery palette we just looked at. That one's not as exciting to me, so this one with like pops of the contrast of black and white really does it for me, and I think it's cute. Now it's not the best quality in the world, no, but you can make it work, and it is pretty. All right, halfway done. So the number 5 spot goes to the Hocus Pocus palette from Colourpop, the Gather Round Sisters palette. This sold out so fast online, and I'm so happy to have my hands on it. I think this could be like less cartoony. I feel like we didn't have to do the super cartoony route for the Hocus Pocus theme. I really could do without that. And a couple of the shades aren't 100% perfect, but it is, again, a affordable palette with a ton of different shades in here. We only have one pressed glitter, which I appreciate. And I think the color scheme overall does really well match the movie. The deeper greens, like the kind of ivy greens, are really nice. The purples in here are good, but they don't blend well. So, I mean, it's a hit or miss thing with this. I like the browns in here. I think the color scheme overall makes sense for the movie. So it is kind of halfway in my list because it's not perfect in formula. The purples could use a little bit of work. But overall, I mean, it's Hocus Pocus. Number 4, I did not expect to be so high up on this list when I originally was gathering palettes. But honestly, it's really great quality. And yeah, you can use my code if you want to save money off Sigma, blah, blah. But honestly, I just really like their shimmer formula in this palette. So this is the Rendezvous palette. I've been saying Rendezvous because I didn't know rendezvous was spelled like that. Like, this is not how I think of the word rendezvous at all. So I've been saying stupid stuff this entire time, like Rendezvous, and thinking I was just dumb. But really, I've heard the word rendezvous, I just didn't know how it was spelled. So this is the Rendezvous palette from their new holiday collection. I like the glitter packaging. I also did a review of this palette, and here is the inside. Now, it's not super exciting in colors, in the color story, of course. It's kind of browns with a little bit of pink, a little bit of kind of a golden color. But honestly, like, it's the shimmers in here that really just are so pretty. If I can get them to focus on the camera, that'd be great. But they're subtle, but absolutely beautiful metallic, and I really love the formula of this. So it's ranked up at number 4 on my list because the shimmer quality is like, their mattes are really good too, but it is really the shimmers that really popped it up higher on this list because it's not the most interesting color story in the world. Number 3 is the Sandstone palette from Colourpop. Now, this packaging and everything is changing when they redo the packaging and stuff. A lot more people will probably be interested in this palette because it had some controversy when it launched. But I also reviewed this palette as well. So here is the inside of the Sandstone palette. For me, this is a great everyday palette. It has a ton of neutral shades in here. It has a little bit of orange, which is a great like color for like a work day. We're just not going to be super standoffish. Has a pop of yellow, has a pop of green in here, which yellow and greens are like my 2 colors that I love to like do a little bit of color with, and I just think it's a really great everyday palette. So it's ranked up pretty high on this list. It's their first ever palette with this many shades in it, and not as many as like the huge palettes they have. So it's a great like 18 pan palette, and I think it's really nice. I mean, the packaging is going to change too, so I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this packaging next, because honestly, I have no idea. At the number 2 spot, we have 2 very similar palettes, honestly, but I'm not going to apologize for it because I like what I like. So at the number 2 spot, we have the That's Taupe palette from Colourpop. The top 3 palettes are all Colourpop. So this is the That's Taupe palette from Colourpop. It's so cool toned and boring, you guys. I love it. It is super like not very exciting, but it's one of those palettes you can't mess up the look. I love every single look I come up with this palette. I don't have to think about what I'm reaching for. I can do several shades together and it's going to turn out beautifully every single time. Is it the most diverse color scheme in the world? No, not by any means, but if you're looking for something you don't have to think about and you're not going to be able to mess up the look, it's super nice. It also has a super shock in here if you want something more wet and glazy on the lid rather than just a standard shimmer. So I really like this palette, and I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. It's so cute. And at the number 1 spot, it's not a shock. It's what's on my eyes today, actually. Can we get a little close up on this eye look? The Stone Cold Fox palette from Colourpop. I've been loving it, okay? I've had it for about a week and a half, and it is just like my favorite thing in the whole wide world right now. It is so cool toned, so big. I am probably going to depot this into a Z palette so they can fit in my Alex drawers. Standing up, you know, because right now I have to like lay it on top of everything just because it won't close otherwise. But when I depot this, I'm probably going to still get a ton of use out of it. I have the Bare Necessities palette too. If you want something more warm, I would definitely recommend that palette too. But if you're looking for something cool tone, this is so cute. It has pinks in there, which is like traditionally a warm tone, but they're so cool in this palette that it really makes a ton of sense. I love the silver in here. We also have like a standard matte black, which is really nice. We have both a white matte with a little bit of glitter in it, which is still matte, and then we have like a regular standard cream matte shade. So it makes blending any of these colors together really easy, and I'm a little preachy about this right now because I'm super into it. Anyways, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed it. This was tough. Like, a couple of these I didn't know where to put. I was like, I love Hocus Pocus theme, but the quality's not as good as the Sigma palette. Like, where should these go? It was so hard. This is really hard. So yeah, I think I want to do more of these in the future. If that's cool with you guys, let me know. I mean, it's going to take me a while to gather 10 palettes because I don't really like hoard makeup like that these days. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Remember, if you do enjoy my content, you can join my channel or leave me... You can join my channel. You can join my channel down below beside the subscribe button, or you can leave me a coffee tip on coffee. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great and safe day out there wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.